Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, how are you? Can you please post my story as anonymous? I am a South African woman and this is my confession. I am a lady that is aged 22 years old and I am a second year student at the University of Johannesburg and I am doing media studies. People who know me from campus, they really do not know the guy that I am dating. Like, hey, the guy, I really can't be with him in public because of several reasons. The guy is quite older than I am, and he is a prophet and he is from Zim. I have tried to help him so that when he is around me, at least he is not supposed to wear all of the stuff that he is always wearing, but he says that this is what his ancestors loved to wear because he is always wearing these old clothes, those that the old people used to wear, and he does not want to wear anything that is new. He can go to where those Nigerians sell second-hand clothes and he can buy this very big t-shirt that does not even fit him, and he says that this is what his ancestors loved to wear and therefore he will wear that. That is why no one really knows that this is the guy that I am dating. Many of my friends, they suspect that I am dating a rich Nigerian, but no, I'm dating someone that is from Zim and I am living my dream. I am always using new phones and I'm always wearing designer sneakers and I am living a soft life with soft life vibes. But the guy that is giving me everything, he is someone that is a red garment prophet. He came to South Africa. He says that he came to South Africa. It was in the year 2010. That was when he started his church, the Light of God, but they don't have like a physical building. The church, they just attend the church in the bushes, or you can help people at the place where he is staying. He came into my life and I thought that it was a miracle when I met him at a parking lot when he asked for my phone numbers. Now I realize that this guy, he is not a blessing really. He is someone that is bringing curses into the lives of other people. And he told me that all the things that he do at his shrine, they are never going to affect me in no way at all. So it started, this was in the year 2023. I was broke, trying to survive on NSFAS. Money was coming late and I was sharing a small room in Auckland Park with my cousin. She's just someone that comes from the same village that I do come from, so I consider him as a cousin. Her name, I'll call her Sihle. Then one Friday, she dragged me. She wanted us to go and buy some things and I was just feeling not okay. So she was walking way ahead in front of me. That was when we were in the parking lot and the guy then asked for my phone numbers. I wanted to refuse, but he offered me money. He said, how about I give you 500 rands right now so that you can give me your phone numbers? And I was like, really? I want that money like now. And then he said, let us go to the ATM together. We then went and he withdrew money and he said, now you have to give me your own phone numbers. So I gave him my phone numbers and then we started talking and he started sending me some WhatsApp messages and he was like, you know, I want you and I want to be in your life. A young lady like you need a man that will always take care of you, to take care of all of your needs so that you can never even think about going to bed hungry ever again. So I agreed and I said, okay, it's fine. We can do whatever that you want us to do. So me and this guy, we then started sleeping with each other I would go with him to a hotel, and whenever his wife is not in South Africa, that is when I can go to their house and I can sleep with him. But usually we do sleep at a hotel. So within 2 months, that was when he said that he wanted to buy for me a car. He bought for me a second-hand Toyota that I have used, and you won't even believe it, but the money that I do get from my parents, I am now using that money to just look good. So since he started telling me that he wants me to eventually become his wife, and he said, I want you to get involved in the family business, like helping him at the shrine. So usually what I do is that he can send me even an audio of someone that will be speaking with any language that I can understand here in South Africa. Then I can help him to understand what that person will be saying. And he said that is how I assist him. And one day when his wife was back in their country, I was at his house. He then went out with some other people. They wanted to go to a place where there is a waterfall so that they can cleanse those people, like he always do that. So he left me home alone, and I said, since I am home alone, let me just take a tour of the house, because usually it's all about coming to his house, then we sleep. The next morning I return back to the place where he is renting out for me and my cousin. So on that day, since I was not in a hurry, I then started going around the house, just looking at each and every room. And then I noticed that there was a clay pot in his bedroom. There is a couch, and I saw that behind the couch there was a clay pot. And when he returned back, he then asked me what I was doing behind the couch, and I said, how did you know? Is there a secret camera that is in this bedroom? And he said, no, I saw you. And he said that he wanted to show me some of the things that he uses when he is assisting people, since one day I am going to become his wife. He then started taking all of those things that he uses, the clay pot that I had already seen. He took out a red cloth, and he took out a cow's horn that breathe, and a white stone. This stone, it is really weird. He says that he sees everything through that white stone because it is a hole in the middle of the stone. And when he said you have to touch it, I started to feel dizzy, and then he blew some hot air onto my forehead. Then I came back to my senses. He showed me all of those things that he uses in his shrine. He then told me that in order for him to make money, he had to go to Mozambique so that he can be strengthened. He then gave me a brief history of how he started his church, of how people never came to his church because he was unable to perform miracles. He said, where there are no miracles, there is no one that will hang around that church. This he discovered after he had came out of the other church which he used to attend. And when he came out of that church, when he started his own, that was when he said to a brutal realization that no matter how hard he tries to heal people, as long as he does not have spiritual powers, then there is no one really that is going to assist him. So then he said to me that he decided to go to Mozambique. And when he went to Mozambique, that was when he was strengthened so that he can become a very powerful prophet. He said when he came back from Mozambique, what he used to do is that in the location where he was staying at night, he would go outside, and after he would have gone outside, then he would place that stone in the middle of the road where there is a four-way, where two roads connect with each other, but in the location, and he would place that stone. And early in the morning, that is when he will come back early in the morning so that he can collect the stone. He said that throughout the night, this stone, it will be busy collecting the spirits that operate in that location. That is how he started making a lot of money until I met him. By the time that I met this guy, he was someone that was already making a lot of money. To this very day, he assists me. He told me the way that he assists all of these people, some of these people that he help, mostly they are South Africans, those that will be having problems in their life. Like if you have a child that is addicted to drugs, then you can go with your child to him and he can cure your child so that your child will be okay. Like what he's doing, it is good, but I did not know that he uses some evil spirits to do everything that he does. I only got to know about this after I became more involved. One night, there was this other South African couple that came to see him. They found him through the internet. I was at his place and he said, "You have to come and assist me since your big sister," he always say the big sister to me, meaning the first wife. And he said to me, "Your big sister is not around to hold the clay pot for me. So since you are my second wife, you are going to become my second wife anyway. You have to hold this clay pot for me." I wore some red clothes because he took a red t-shirt and he gave me this other skirt that belongs to the wife. It is red as well. You are supposed to wear red, everything, even the socks. I was wearing red socks as we were assisting that couple. So this couple had came to see him. I'll never forget them. They looked so respectable, like they are professionals. He told me that the man used to work as an accountant, but in the government for a municipality. And they came and they told this guy that I am dating that they had lost their car. They had a silver Ford Ranger, just changed the name of the car so that no one can get to know that it is those people that I am talking about. So they said that one day when they went out, they were shopping, and when they came out of the mall, they suspected that there was someone that was following them, but they never thought much about it. They kept on driving until they reached the place where they stay in their street. That was when they were surrounded by two vehicles, one in front, one at the back. And there were people that came out that were pulling out guns, and they said that they wanted the vehicle, but from the accent of the people that were speaking with them, they were not South African. They suspected that they were from Mozambique, and they were right. So my blesser then said that he was going to assist them. All that he wanted was the soil close to the place where this crime had happened. We drove out late at night. We drove and we went to the place where they stayed, and they showed us where the crime had happened. And I was told to collect soil and to put the soil in that clay pot. I did as I had been instructed by my blesser to do. We then left them at their house after we had collected soil at the gate of their house again, and we returned back home. He did what he did. I really do not know some of the things that he did, but he said that he was going to leave that soil at the altar. And this altar, the tokoloshis that are inside the altar that will wake up and they will start to go and fight with the person that had stolen that car. You know, after about a month, that was when he called me in the middle of the night, and he told me that he had people that were from Mozambique. He wanted me to see those people that had stolen the Ford Ranger that belonged to that couple. I was scared, but he said, "Come on, drive. There is nothing that is going to happen to you." I got into the car, and then I went to my blesser's house. I then saw that there were two vehicles that were parked. There was that silver Ford Ranger, and then there was another Toyota Hilux, but this one, it had a Mozambican number plate. I got inside the yard, and when I entered, I saw that in the dining room, there was some other guys. There were 4 of them, and they were speaking with my blesser. They looked so scared, and my blesser told me that these were the people that had stolen the Ford Ranger. It had started to talk. there in Mozambique. The person that they had sold this Ford Ranger to had returned that car to the people that had sold the car to him, because each and every time when he would try to switch on the engine, then the car would ask him, "Where do you want to go with me? I miss my parents. Please take me back to my parents." And then the car will start to produce the sound of a little baby that was crying inside the engine. He later told me, after the owners of the vehicle had been called, they were so happy, and they said that they were going to bless my blesser with a lot of money. And he later showed me this baby. He said that this baby, he went and he collected the soul of that little baby after he had passed away in the village. So in their country, in Zim, if you have a child and that child passes away, like before 4 months, you go and you bury that child close to a river, and there are rituals that they do so that the woman can be able to conceive again. He said the night when they buried that child, he was in that village. That very same night, they went into the forest looking for that grave, and they started doing their own rituals, and they stole the soul of that baby. So whenever he wants to send that baby somewhere else, he strengthened the baby so that it can go and it can ask for whatever that the client would have said, that there is someone who did this to me, I want you to send your tokoloshi. So those people, he told me that because they are Pentecostal Christians, there was no way that he could tell them that this was the process. He just told them that since you want your car, all that I want you to do is that I want you to buy a red garment cloth that you have to keep inside one of your pillow. You just open a pillow, then you put it inside the pillowcase, and you don't use that pillow. So to this very day, those people, they don't know that even though they recovered their vehicle, but inside their home, it is like now, if he wants to send tokoloshis somewhere else, they can go and they can even rest inside the home of those people. Even if they want blood, they can get the blood from the children of those people that my boyfriend helped. Like when he told me the truth about the way that they operate, the Red Garment Prophets, I never even thought that this is how they work. They help you to recover whatever that you want to be recovered. But what they don't tell you is that there is a darkness that is hidden behind all of the rituals that you would have done. So I asked him and I said, so this family, what is going to happen to them eventually? And he said, it's just like a curse, but if they find a sangoma later on, even their kids, if they found a sangoma, they can be cleansed so that the curse won't follow them forever. He said there is no way that you can recover something that was stolen from you without using the spirit of a dead person. And once you touch the spirit of a dead person, God curses you automatically. So your traditional healer, or if your prophet does not tell you that, it means that there will be a curse that will be following your generation, bringing generational curses. I then asked him and I said, okay, is it worth it, the things that these people did to recover their car? He laughed at me and he said, but they already had insurance and they got another vehicle, right? And I said, no, you're not answering me. If it was you, you have your car that has been stolen from you, will you go to another prophet and you do that same ritual? He said, never. I'll never do that. I would rather lose something than to curse my own children. This is the secret that he revealed to me, that himself, he does not use his own prayers, and he will never use those prayers on me. Even if I get sick, he said, I would rather have you die than to help you recover using my own prayers. I will never touch my altar to help the people that I love. I was surprised when I heard all of these things from my blesser. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Let us try to speak with our dear sister in the comment section.